You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. Yes, another week of ghetto therapy.
I love it. I love that.
That's good, Kel.
You like that? You like that?
Yes.
Truly Unruly, Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Per usual, Trufants, what's up? How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Doing well, brother. Doing well. Doing well.
Good. Good week. Kids don't have school tomorrow, right?
Well, I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but no.
Carmen got school tomorrow.
Our oldest
but the other
does
ones,
have school.
Yeah. So we can't really threaten them with going to bed and stuff tonight. So they'll be up all night. But our door will be locked.
I know that's right.
Kel, we have like an industrial lock on our door. Like a
Not playing those
real
games
like
no more.
click.
Yeah.
Like it's not one of the you just turn the thing. We were like, no.
Do they like push the little?
lock.
Do they put something
Yep.
in the hole to pop it open and come in? They pop the
They
lock.
can't. You have to have a key to get into our room.
Damn, y'all done made a panic room. You made your bedroom a panic room.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
if it gets serious, yeah. You guys make sure you knock.
Because they could bust through the door.
And you knock with the right code, though, like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, so today, you guys, I want to talk about some hot button issues that are plaguing couples today. I got a few listed here, and I just want to see what you guys' thoughts are on this, or what you think maybe folks can do to, fight through some of these hot button issues. So you guys ready to get into it?
Depends.
Let's do it. We're always here for it. Yeah.
All right. So the first one is physical performance issues. So there's a survey that shows that 1 in 4 men are rocked by feeling inadequate during sex. The reason? The claim that mainstream media has given women a false sense of what to expect behind bedroom doors. For their part, women are equally self-conscious. In fact, 1 in 10 women feel confident about their body and abilities during sex. So they're saying also that in some cases, the performance anxiety stems from a true medical condition, such as erectile dysfunction or loss of libido. Others worry that they aren't up to par with their partner's expectations or will fall short of desirability.
Pause. Where did you get these stats from? You're talking about women and media and how they think that it's supposed to be like it is on TV. Didn't we have this discussion before about how you guys literally think it's supposed to be BET uncut at all times?
What does that mean? Well, like, what
in
are
the
you
bed?
referring to?
Like, you're talking. Were you referring to women watching television and all
anxiety?
this kind of
No. He's talking about literal.
No, but because of the media and seeing how it should be. No. That's you guys.
I know, but it goes both ways is what he's saying. So what you're saying is true, but it goes both ways. Men sometimes feel like they don't measure up, right? To
sometimes they don't.
Yeah, but if you talk to a sexologist or
shout out to
something, it's not about the size, it's about the motion in the ocean. That's what they say, right?
I know, but only people that are like guilty say that.
Well, maybe, but everybody's situation is different. So we are supposed to be here to give people life and supposed to help people through these type of situations. And what I'm going to say about this is what I always say.
Oh, God.
Communication is key. If you're feeling this way as a man, it's okay to ask. Sometimes we get caught up in our own feelings. We get caught up in our own ego, and we get caught up thinking we know, and sometimes we don't. So the communication, reading the body language, sometimes doing homework, right? Or going to see the doctor. Everybody's in a different situation. So it's okay in all situations. I believe so, but as long as you're with a partner that you can talk to about it and they're not beating you down about it or trying to make you feel like trash or put you down, then...
well, then that's not the partner you need.
Right. But I think you got life. I think there's always a light at the end of the tunnel if there is communication.
Right.
And understanding on both sides.
There's, it's okay to have a little bit of, insecurity. I think we all do at some point, especially, I don't know, when you're first getting into things or you're with a new partner or something like that. So, yeah.
Boredom. Sometimes couples have no real grounds to argue other than they're grown tired of the time they spend together. Maybe you married too soon and you feel as though you've run out of things to do together, or perhaps you've been together for decades and a brand new shine has lost its sparkle.
I think it's normal to a certain point, though, if you don't work on it, right?
I was going to say, so you're bored?
If you don't work on it. I'm not.
No, I agree with you. You got to continue. If you're bored, you're not trying hard enough. I don't know. Do something, you can find ways to be entertained and to entertain you and your spouse. If you're like, I'm bored in my marriage, maybe it's time for you to just part.
And
at
some
this point.
people, it's not our thing, but some people look to different type of situations, different type of entertainment as a couple. And that could mean anything you want it to mean. The world can be your oyster if that's other couples.
Are we talking about boredom in the bedroom?
I'm talking about everything. If that's boredom with your spouse or whatever, and you guys just need to let them take a girls trip or guys trip. If
a hall pass?
Not so much a hall pass, but sometimes you gotta undo the leash a little bit, right? And let somebody do something on their own. If that's going to the golf course, or if that's going
undo the leash
to brunch, or the chain or the rope.
I told you I have a chain connected to my leg right now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. If you want to go,
hey Marcus, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But I just have to ask Jess a quick question because I saw the face that she made, and I think we've talked about this before, like off camera. Why is it when guys trips or girls trips get brought up, you immediately go to hall pass?
No, I was going to say, I was thinking hall pass and he said that, but then I thought
because you've done that before, like a few times. Oh, you mean, so just go? And I'm like, well, damn, why does it have to be like that kind of trip? Shit.
I know, but what does boredom? You're bored in your relationship. So you're like, hey, go on a girls trip. That doesn't work on your relationship. It might rejuvenate the individual and really solidify that they're fucking bored.
What I was trying to say, I guess, is that you have to work through this. If your spouse is like, okay, I feel smothered,
yeah.
But what does that have to do with boredom?
Always looking at you. It's always you, right? It's always you. So that is boredom. If you're consistently, it's this and it's this and it's this, I need to change the scenery, right?
Right.
Not so much talking to somebody else, but whatever that looks like for that couple. If you need to go to lunch with your girlfriends or do something like that, like I said, feel like you're still an individual, get some space, but then you got to come back around, and that's kind of what you're thinking. I'm reading your mind right now.
No, you're not.
Yeah. No.
You're not talking about you're not talking about being bored.
I am talking about
in your relationship.
From one side,
it's you two together.
I know, but sometimes it's not that, and that's a part of the boredom. Maybe you need not a break, but a separation in the relationship to still be an individual. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
People start to feel overwhelmed and
right.
And I'm trapped, and it's just
and
this,
I'm always
right?
with this person.
Right.
I'm with this person 24 hours a day. We're both stay-at-home parents. We eat, sleep, and breathe around each other all the time. Right. We do all our trips together.
Take a lap around the block.
Vacations together. We go to the store together. We go to the mall together. What else do we do together?
Podcast together.
I'm talking about us. Podcast together.
Think about it though. I feel like, especially this pandemic, kind of exposed a lot of that. With people being stuck in the house together, and it's like, I've ran out of things to talk to you about. I'm bored. Yeah. I've been stuck in this house with you for a year and a half.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't even fucking like you.
Sometimes that may hurt, And I talked about the knee-jerk reaction. If
Oh
you
my
hear
God.
that from your spouse, that's like, oh man, okay, she don't really want to be around me. That don't mean she don't love you. That don't mean she don't want to be married to you or be your
Right,
boyfriend or
she's just tired of
girlfriend.
you.
On both sides, this goes for guys and gals, right? But you gotta find a way, and you have to work on everything. Talking through it, having those hard conversations. Yeah, you're cool, but you're a bit much for me right now.
Shit.
So,
Well, COVID, it's like, okay, either you got divorced or you got pregnant
Or you got closer.
yeah, or you got closer.
and you got pregnant. Because I'm pretty sure if my tubes weren't tied, I would be pregnant.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
don't, no.
Butterfly.
Nope.
I'm doing a butterfly underneath the.
go ahead, True. Go do
Table
your
right
thing,
now.
brother. Do your
He
thing,
also
brother.
does not have shoes nor socks
Hey,
on.
I didn't tell you to disclose my full joint on camera. They're not as ashy as usual.
Bored.
I switched it up. I went with no shoes today, so that should bring a
That
little.
should spice it up. Ugh.
I would feel kind of offended though if my woman was like, "Kel, I'm bored." That'll fuck with you a little bit because it's kind of like, damn,
should.
like
Right.
It should.
I'm bored with us. It's
It
like,
should.
oh, it's like you take it personally. Well, you should take it personally.
yeah, you should because I immediately think like, damn, am I hella lame? You start thinking about shit starts running through your head.
That's fair. That's a fair response.
Me, I'd be like, oh shit, this is the beginning of the end.
But you got to come back around. And what a responsible partner would do, what a responsible spouse would do.
What's a responsible spouse?
Someone that,
What? Who characterized that? Like, did you make that up?
yes, I did make
Okay,
that up.
cool.
And this is what a responsible spouse does. If you say that, or no, if I say that, Jess, I'm kind of bored with this situation, right? And then you got to follow it up. You got to back it up with something. Okay, I still love you. It's still this and that. But let's see if we can change some stuff up. Let's see if we can switch up and kind of grow from this so I don't feel this way. Can
You're-
you help me? Are you with me
and
on
here's
this?
my response. You're bored? Oh, there's the door. And take all 5 of
Unresponsible.
your kids with you.
Unresponsible spouse.
Irresponsible. Yes.
Unresponsible spouse.
Yeah. You're bored? Go ahead. Go. Take
Yeah,
your 5
see,
kids with you.
that's
Go get
knee-jerk-
unbored.
knee-jerk
Go
reaction.
find somebody that is entertaining.
See, no.
Go do it.
People that's listening out there, that's not how you respond. Let's talk about this. Let's communicate.
I'm giving the real response.
Feelings hurt, yeah, but like I said, you got to come back after that. I would have my feelings hurt too if you said that. I'd be in my feelings, but
Right. If you told me, Jess, I'm bored with our relationship, I would be like, well,
and that's what you really want. Are you calling my bluff? And I told you about that. If you say some shit like that, then I do it. Then what?
then I might be sad.
Exactly. So be responsible in your relationship.
I'm
ladies and gentlemen.
irresponsible like in life. So how can I be responsible in a relationship? Okay.
Damn it. All right.
Damn it.
We're moving on. We're moving on because that's gonna get messy. We keep jumping down that rabbit hole. It's gonna get dark. It's dark and hell is hot. Okay. Addictive behaviors. Research reveals that 1 in 7 Americans suffer from substance addiction. Does your partner abuse drugs,
Oh,
alcohol, or both?
fuck.
If so, it's natural to feel isolated, concerned, and angry. First thing you should do is help him or her seek professional therapy and counseling. Despite your desire to judge, belittle, or shame your partner, work to the end of the affliction rather than allow it to fester. Which I think that's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, I agree. If you love your partner and they are suffering from an addiction, like I was saying earlier, everybody is addicted to something. Some people are just, and really, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you are addicted to alcohol, but there's a difference between being addicted and dependent upon alcohol. Some people just really like to drink, and so then they're labeled an addict, but it's the same as somebody that, even though alcohol will kill you, that really likes to drink coffee or watches fucking porn for a living. It's the same fucking thing. It's just a different way of fulfilling your addiction. So I would definitely stick by your partner. You stick by your partner. You help your partner. And I don't think it's by giving them the ultimatum, all or quit or I'm leaving type thing, because 9 times out of 10, that ain't going to happen. But find ways to, maybe substitute. If you smoke cigarettes, when you feel the urge, let's try something else. Let's do this. Let's do that. So there's ways.
What I'd say is that the person that's not the one that's suffering from substance abuse, they should actually reach out and seek some outside help as well, to know that, because it's a lonely place, right?
Right.
If you're the person that's not suffering from the addiction, you're very lonely and you feel like you're on the outside looking in. So getting some professional help just to really understand the situation and kind of talk through those situations where you really feel like you're by yourself and like you don't have anywhere to turn, because substance abuse is tough. So
it is tough.
Feeling unsupported, okay? One cornerstone of a successful and fulfilling relationship is mutual support. Even if your partner doesn't understand or enjoy your hobbies or work endeavors, you shouldn't feel isolated in them. Things can go awry if you feel discouraged from pursuing your interests or ambitions due to the actions of your partner. For instance, if you are considered asking for a promotion at work, you should feel empowered to do so, not made to second guess your decision.
I agree, but that's a tough one, because I don't know. I guess you are right, but I like to keep it real, sometimes a little too real. And if I feel like something is unrealistic, unattainable, probably not going to work out in your favor, I'm going to say something. But then support you in the back. I don't know.
Well,
but I do agree. You should support your partner.
And it's okay to be on opposite sides sometimes. Okay, I don't think this is going to work.
But go ahead and try it.
Yeah, but go ahead and do it. Okay, I feel confident about this. I want to go this route, and this is what I'm going to do. And okay.
And then you support it, right? It's like...
not even that you support it, but at the end of it, okay, it didn't work. I can appreciate...
And that's when their support is needed.
No, I can appreciate what you said, and you kept it real, but...
I told you so.
I didn't want to listen to it. Not so much I told you so, because that's not cool. And that starts a different fight, right? But
in your head, I told you so.
Yeah, but that's just a relationship, right? And that's the yin and the yang part of it, and kind of going through stuff. It doesn't always have to be together all the time. It's never going to be that. That's a fairy tale, and that's not real life. So sometimes, okay, I like this and you don't like it, but I'm going to push through anyway because I really believe in this. And that's just how it is sometimes. Yeah. Yes, I want you to be on my team. And eventually, if things go like they're supposed to go...
I think we're talking about us right now.
You'll join the team. But if it's looking like it's kind of, things are shaky, it can be tough. And I'm in it.
E-Man.
Shaky. But,
okay, let's go.
But I'm really in it because it's my baby and I can see this and I brought it from the ground up and I really have this vision. I've been talking to people and they've been selling me and all that stuff.
Wait a minute. So, you really did just take it to you.
I know. Yeah.
I thought we were speaking hypothetical. Okay, go ahead.
Well, sometimes it's hypothetical, but this is real life right now. Sometimes I'm really in and I get this tunnel vision, right? And I see this thing and I see it going to the moon, right? I know you guys can't see me off camera, but I'm pointing to the moon now.
And then he looks at me and I'm like,
yeah,
that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna, nope. Or, he'll see it to the moon. I'll be like, okay. And then when he comes back and he tells me about the people or about the plan, or if I meet them, I'm like, do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But as a competitor, I'm like, okay.
He still does it.
I'm like, cool, okay. And you hating on it? I'm going to make it happen regardless. I'm going to show you, right? That's not always the right thing to do, but that's what I'm working on. I'm working on that to really listen to my spouse and her energy, because she has this thing to be able to read people and to do all this magical
not magic.
voodoo
I
type
can just
of stuff.
I can spot bullshit from
That
a mile away.
But that's a relationship, though. That's a relationship. I'm this way and she's her way, so we gotta feed off of that and kind of double
yang.
Dutch.
You're an
and kinda
optimist. I'm a pessimist.
I'm glass half
and
full
I'm like,
all the
hey.
time, though. All the time, I'm glass half full, and you're definitely on the glass half empty side of things. So,
well, I know how
but we
I know
meet
how
in the
people
middle.
are.
So, Jess, is there any ever optimism coming from you, coming your way? Or are you just so much of a realist and a pessimist that you're like, nah? Like, does optimism just not exist?
Be honest, too, don't. This is truly unruly truth in your...
Well, it just depends on the person, their personality, what they've been through.
That's not the question, Jess. That's not the question. The question is, are you ever optimistic? Yes or no?
Going back to we are in America, not really. I want to be so bad,
That's okay, too.
but I look
I'm okay
at
with that.
everything that is happening, and
it keeps us honest. As a matter of fact, it keeps us like,
and what I've been through and all that kind. It's like
you got to show and prove, really, to make it work for you. It has to be
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I get it. Like, your experience is what's going to shape what you think
that shapes
and what you believe.
Absolutely.
And I'm so positive. I've been through so much positivity, and
I went through the opposite.
Yeah,
so that is why I am the way I am.
But the yin and the yang, it keeps me grounded, though, because at times I'm too positive, and I'm
here to
and I'm overlooking things
knock
that
it back down.
Could be. I'm overlooking things that I should be paying attention to, but I'm so focused in my positivity sometimes that I tend to overlook. And that's what my lady is for, to bring me back to the negativity and to the shit and to the
Marcus,
ground. Right?
Really?
High five. All right.
Negative Nancy over here. I'm not alone. I am not alone.
Okay, so the last one is mental health issues. So approximately 1 in 5 U.S. adults have some form of mental health disorder. That equals 43.8 million people, or 18.5% of the population. That's a lot of fucking people. As such, it is likely that you or someone you know is affected by this grip. Depression, bipolar disorder, and anxiety are 3 of the most common conditions in this category. It can be difficult to work through mental health symptoms because they are difficult for those on the outside to understand. You might find it difficult to connect with your partner because he or she shut off and are not in the mood to talk. Over time, this breakdown of communication leads to lack of time spent together and intimacy issues in the bedroom.
Once again, the high percentage. Why is that? Because it's so fucked up. It is so hard. It's so hard to succeed. You have the media feeding all this shit into your face about how you're supposed to be, what you should be, blah, blah, blah. And especially if you are a person of color and the standard is this, and it's a lot of pressure. And even for people that are not people of color, it's fucked up. People are around here poor. It's fucked up. So what do? We have depression, anxiety, and what do we do to cope? Drugs. So,
yeah, well,
get it together, America.
Overall, marketing and media and social media is a highlight film, right? They never show so much of the grind and everything that comes with it, the process to get to these levels, right? So you got everyday people who aspire, is that the right word? Okay. Aspire to be like these influencers or but
when you fall short.
But yeah, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and everybody doesn't want to do that, right? So I think that's a big part of the disconnect. People thinking, okay, I'm just as good, I could be like this, I could do this, or damn, I'm not this, so I'm not anything, right? And that's tough, especially for young people.
Right.
And I guess older people too, but yeah, it's tough out here. It is definitely
and there's
tough
trauma,
out here.
and there's
it's
people that are just
if you don't practice it, if you don't work at it, it's
So what was the question?
Yeah. Well, you just pretty much commenting on just how mental health just affects relationships and just kind of just affects the shape of everyday life. I mean, outside of the social media stuff and just the world being fucked up. I mean, let's think about it. Let's break it down to brass and tacks, guys, to the majority of Americans. Think of just the 40-hour work week. This is the 50-hour work week. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you were to change stuff up just as something as simple as that would help people with mental health issues and stuff like that, and anxiety and stuff.
Absolutely. Because, working yourself to death.
To death. You know, like, I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was in Japan. They talk about people that, like, you know, they'll be like asleep on the subway because they work 80 hours a week. Some people die because of just being overworked. I mean, just shit like that. And just
for the system,
and then
you have to, because
the system is built like that. That's the only way
you can.
You got to feed
survive.
Into the system. That's how it works.
It's fucked.
I mean, and then you have, like, you know, what we're dealing with right now in America with inflation, and now this Ukraine and Russia thing is really messing up supply chain issues that we've already been dealing with, right? So now it's like, okay, I have to work more to make less money, right? And I still have to try to pay my bills and make ends meet. That's going to make someone want to fucking pull their hair out.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, just even on just that basic level of just the everyday person that, you know, has to support their family and pay their bills.
Right.
It's hard out here.
It is. And it's hard. It's hard mentally. It's just hard. It's hard to struggle. It shortens your life. It just sucks. So, yeah. Yeah,
it sucks. And like, think of like, let's say like our parents and our grandparents' generation, where the whole thing was you put in your 30 years, you know, you get your retirement, your 401k, and then you maybe get to enjoy maybe 15 good years of your life. Right?
Yeah, that's
like, and that's normal. Yeah. That used to be the norm.
People have retirement and 401ks?
Sometimes they don't, though. And a lot of us don't.
Majority of the homeless people are elderly and women and kids. So that is how America takes care of retired people.
You know, yeah, like it's sad when you see someone that may have worked at a company for 40 years, right? They retired when they were 60 or 65, and they plan on, okay, I'm gonna live on my little fixed income for the rest of my life. But now they got to go back to work and they're greeting people at fucking Walmart. Like, that's fucking disrespectful. They shouldn't have to be doing that.
It is. That's what I'm saying. We should be taking care of our fucking elders. Why are they struggling? Like, it doesn't even fucking make sense. It doesn't. But, you know,
like, just to work and work and work. And people are like, well, you're getting paid. Fuck that. That's slavery. If I'm working my whole life into my 70s, 60s, that's fucking slavery, bro. I don't care how much money you're making, how much money you're not making. That's some type of form of slavery.
It is. And you have nothing to show for it, really. Where's the generational wealth? Chances are you ain't got that. So you work, like I said earlier, life is a bitch. and then you die.
And then you die.
And
Yep.
making people work till they're 60, 70 years old, that's fucked up. You get your retirement, you can't even cash in on that until you're 65 or something like that. If you cash in before, you get less money. Do you see the game?
That's just crazy. No, that's fucking truth though. That's fucking facts. I mean, it's insane. Like, I've seen that, those old people having to take on a job, a second job, some even a third job. And I'm like, how old are you? Like, you should not be having to do this. And then, like you said, just to die, but then have to die with debt. And now your kids or your grandkids now have to pay that debt, right? Because maybe, you didn't get, some people, you might not have gotten life insurance, or maybe, the 401k got burnt out because they paid for your funeral with that, the rest of that, but now still have to pay your bills that you left behind, or any old hospital bills and stuff like that. I think when somebody dies, they should just default that shit and just let that shit go. Like, why would you put that on somebody's family to have to pay for that? This person is dead now. Like, what's the point? All right, I know the point, to just squeeze more out of people.
Yes.
Well, this was a great episode, you guys, per usual.
Yes, it was.
The best ones are always the spicy conversations.
It was. And the best ones always get a little bit of backlash.
Feel a little bit uncomfortable, so that's good. You got to talk to the people, and there's always two sides, right? So,
and we're not experts. You just know it.
We're close, so I'm close.
What were we, ghetto therapists or something like that?
Ghetto therapy,
Ghetto
baby.
therapy.
This is a very subjective podcast. Oh, man. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Of course, follow these guys on Instagram, Marcus_Trufant, Jessica_Trufant, and of course, follow our page, Truly Unruly _podcast on IG. You can catch us on your favorite podcasting app, from Apple Podcasts to Stitcher, Buzzsprout, whatever you're on. We're probably on it. And you can catch the visual on YouTube. You can search Truly Unruly on YouTube, or search Marcus Trufant. And of course, subscribe to Marcus Trufant on YouTube, and catch us every Sunday on the Converge channel. Anything else, y'all? I think I got everything.
That's it, brother. That is it. Truly Unruly, baby.